The NASCAR Gander RV and Outdoor Truck Series brings us here to the Las Vegas Motor Speedway for round number 2 of the 2020 season for the Truck Series, as we get set to go racing here in the Strat 250 here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I'd like to thank you guys for joining us here for full coverage of the Strat 250. I'm Eric Burton here in the broadcast booth, giving you full coverage of a 44-lap race here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway. We had the NASCAR Gander Outdoor Truck Series tonight, but we also have the NASCAR Xfinity Series tomorrow, the Board Gaming 300, and then we will wrap up the weekend here at Las Vegas on Sunday with the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series. But for right now, our focus is on the trucks, getting set for the second race of the year, and we're coming off a wild weekend 1 week ago at the Daytona International Speedway. Brett Moffitt is your most recent winner in the series. He capped off the first win of the year last week at Daytona in dramatic fashion, picked up his first restrictor plate win, and was already been a pretty stellar career for Brett Moffitt. But for right now, it is the number 16 of Austin Hill who qualified on the pole, and he will lead us down to green here in the Strat 250. On your screen, you'll see our starting grid roll across your screen. Christian Eckes and Kyle Busch will be rolling off on row number 2. A lot of guys in the garage. Picks out 51 of Kyle Busch will be certainly probably the favorite to win tonight, as he's been very fast all weekend long. Zane Smith, the rookie in the 21, will start 5th alongside former Las Vegas winner Johnny Sauter, the highest Ford on the grid. We have 32 trucks here, but we had 37 show up. 5 trucks did not make the show, giving us a total of 32 trucks here to take the green flag. Take a look at the stage format. We have 11 laps here in stage number 1, with another 11 laps in stage number 2. And then the final stage will be 22 laps, giving us a total of 44 laps of racing here from Las Vegas. So as the field will make their way through turns number 3 and 4, it is Austin Hill and Brett Moffitt, your front row. Rounding out the field of 32, Jordan Anderson and Josh Rayum. But up front, the pace truck is in pit lane, leaving the field in the hands of Austin Hill and Brett Moffitt. Trying to go back-to-back to kick off 2020. We're underway from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Pretty good jump there on the inside by Austin Hill and the 18 of Christian Eckes. And looks like the 21 of Zane Smith will also clear the outside line of Brett Moffitt. And you see Kyle Busch, he got off the outside lane, already dived on the inside, trying to take third away from the 21 of Zane Smith. But coming off turn number 4, it is the 16 of Austin Hill at the line, and he will lead lap number 1 here tonight from Las Vegas. And here comes Eckes to the inside for the lead. Oh, Christian made a run for it, but just could not get alongside the 16 of Austin Hill. Zane Smith is in 3rd, Kyle Busch 4th, and now battle for 5th place as Tyler Ankrum on the inside of his teammate Brett Moffitt, trying to take 5th away from the 23. And Moffitt, he started 2nd in this race, and he's already outside the top 5. Should he get passed by Tyler Ankrum? And now the 99 of Ben Rhodes trying to take advantage of the 23's misfortune, as he has the 13 of Johnny Sauter pushing him into turn number 1. And now we have Johnny Sauter looking to the outside of the 99 of Rhodes. And here comes Matt Crafton on the inside. And Sauter will get alongside the 99 coming off turn 4. This is a battle for 7th place on track. 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. That is Sheldon Creed right behind him in the 2 truck. And Sheldon Creed had a nice run going last week at Daytona. Had one of the fastest trucks at Daytona, but got caught up in a crash late in the race. Ended up outside the top 20. There's Ross Chastain making his first start of the year. This 44 team, they had a strong run last week at Daytona. Got a top 10 with Austin Terrio behind the wheel. Here they are right now, running 11th, right in front of Stuart Friesen in 12th. But up front, it is nose to tail single file with the front pack being led by Austin Hill. And the last time we were at Las Vegas in the Truck Series, it was that 16 of Austin Hill who went to victory lane. That was in October of 2019. In fact, Austin Hill's most recent win in the Truck Series was right here at Las Vegas last year, as Eckes looked to the inside for the lead yet again, but just cannot complete the pass on the 16. Tyler Ankrum runs out top 5, while Matt Crafton's now fell to the 10th spot. And then it's Chastain and Friesen, and 13th is Todd Gilliland in front of your championship point leader, Grant Enfinger. Coming out of Daytona with a top 5 finish and the point lead. Enfinger currently 14th, and Austin Wayne Self runs out your top 15. Ty Majeski, Derek Kraus, who got a big stage win last week at Daytona. Cody Rohrbach, John Hunter Nemechek driving the 87 this weekend, and Rafael Assard. That is your top 20. And the first battle on track is for the 20th spot. Tate Fogelman on the inside of now the 75 of Parker Kligerman, making that a battle for 21st place. And behind Kligerman and Fogelman is the 30 of Danny Bone, making his first Las Vegas start in the Truck Series. These are actually 2 of our Rookie of the Year candidates for 2020. Fogelman, who got a top 10 last week at Daytona as well, a career best finish for Tate. Also rookie Danny Bone. Corey Roper now diving in the inside of 30 of Bone. Spencer Boyd 25th, Joe Nemechek. And then it's Jordan Anderson, Natalie Decker, Tyler Hill, Gus Dean, Spencer Davis, and Josh Rayum, the 32 trucks who made the show. But really, though, for right now, it is single file throughout almost the entire field at the moment. But we are coming down to 2 laps to go here in stage number 1. Austin Hill with crew chief Scott Zipadelli, top of the pit box, has certainly gave Austin Hill a nice piece here this weekend. Qualified on the pole, and he's led all 9 laps so far. Eckes running a little bit higher in turn 1, trying to get a little bit of momentum coming off the corner. Certainly gave Zane Smith a little bit of a peek to the inside, but nothing was able to form from that. And Eckes will remain in second place as they come off turn number 4. It will be 1 lap to go here in stage number 1. Austin Hill leading, Christian Eckes second. Can the 18 make anything happen here on the final lap of stage 1? Third place, Zane Smith. Kyle Busch is in 4th, and Tyler Ankrum. Outside pole center, Brett Moffitt, and last week's winner from Daytona is currently 6th. Johnny Sauter, Ben Rhodes, Sheldon Creed, and Matt Crafton, your top 10. But coming out of turn number 4, stage number 1 is all about Austin Hill in the 16. Hill will win stage number 1 in Las Vegas. That will be 10 season points, along with 1 playoff point added towards his championship bucket here in 2020 for Austin Hill, the defending, or for the most recent Las Vegas winner. In fact, Kyle Busch in the 51 is the defending winner of this race. He won this race 1 year ago in the 51. Stage 1 is over, and we'll be right back with stage number 2. All right, we are getting set here for stage number 2 for the NASCAR Gander RV and Outdoor Truck Series here in the Strat 250. Austin Hill, your stage 1 winner. Christian Eckes is in 2nd. Zane Smith, Kyle Busch, and Tyler Ankrum, your top 5. I was looking through the field, and we have 2 drivers in this race that'll be competing on Sunday in the Cup Series. That would be, 3 drivers. That would be Kyle Busch, Ross Chastain, and John Hunter Nemechek. And then we have a couple of drivers as well in this race. I'll be running in tomorrow's Xfinity Series race, along like Spencer Boyd and Joe Nemechek. Austin Hill will bring us down to the green flag. We're back underway, and I'm talking about these drivers running double duty or triple duty, and have to wonder what can these drivers take away from this race that can help them prepare for Saturday and Sunday, because we're racing under the lights tonight, but we'll be racing during the daytime on Saturday and Sunday, as we're 3 wide with Kyle Busch in the middle, Tyler Ankrum on the inside, and Brett Moffitt passing about 2 trucks off turn 4. 3 wide up front, 3 wide in the back. They complete lap number 1, and it is still Austin Hill in the lead, but Zane Smith trying to get second away from the 18, and he does. Bordelzi Akins now fighting back off turn number 2. And there's the 51 of Kyle Busch on the outside. Sheldon Creed on the bottom. Sheldon Creed was able to pick up a couple of spots there on the restart. Tyler Ankrum was probably the one who lost quite a few spots off turn number 4. And we have the 33 and the 30s upside down. Danny Bone and Parker Kligerman also upside down here in turn number 3. The caution is out here for the first time tonight. And the leader at the line was indeed the 16 of Austin Hill, but we are under yellow. And we have a smoking. That is the 33 of Josh Ryum. And the 4, Rafael Assard, also involved. Scraping the inside wall on the bottom of the track. Looks like a Ford truck incident with 2 of our Rookie of the Year contenders, Danny Bone and Rafael Assard. Caution lights are out. Pace truck is out. Let's take a look at the replay of the first caution of the night. We just had a very bad crash here at the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, including Parker Kligerman and Danny Bone, and it is pretty devastating to watch. We saw Matt DiBenedetto have a bad crash in the Daytona 500, and now we have this huge crash in turn number 3, and it begins right here off turn number 2. Parker Kligerman is you're gonna see that he's gonna end up turning the 87 of John Hunter down the track into the 4 of Rafael Assard. Right there, Lassard spins out, and the rear end of the 4 is going to collect the 75 right there of Parker Kligerman up into the 30 of Danny Bone. And 20 of Spencer Boyd was also involved. And look at those 2 trucks tumbling down the turn 3. Banking, and the 75 is going in the fence. Tumbles down the track onto the apron. Same with a 30 of Bone. And it is a huge crash here at Las Vegas. Let's go back and look at a replay. But this crash developed when Kligerman got in the back of the 87. And as for Lassard, it was just a simple spin. But when Kligerman came back up the track and Danny Bone, and then he got hit by Spencer Boyd, that's what made it a lot worse. That's certainly screwed Danny Bone. But you see the 4, Rafael Assard, you saw him go by, and he was going pretty well. He was up to speed. So you might probably be wondering what in the world happened to the 4 of Rafael Assard. He did go for a simple spin, but it's what happened in front of him that he could not miss. Now, you want to find the 11 of Spencer Davis. Here's Davis back here. He's behind this wreck. There he is. We're on board with the 11 of Davis. He's going to end up going on the apron trying to avoid the big crash with Kligerman and Bone. But when he does that, he's going to end up coming back up the track and ends up collecting the 33 of Ryum. And there goes Ryum up the track into the wall and ends up stopping right here off turn number 4. And then here comes Lassard. Runs right into the front of the 33. And what sucks about it is both of these trucks, Ryum and Lassard, could have been able to continue, because even though Ryum got some rear end damage, Lassard only went for a simple spin. He was gonna, he could have just came down pit road, got some fresh tires, and he'd be good to go. But that was not the case. As one more look at it, Matt DiBenedetto had a very terrible crash at the end of the Daytona 500, and now we come to Las Vegas, and it does not get any better as we have a multiple truck crash, including 2 trucks flipping down the track and another 2 trucks getting together in turn number 3 and 4. That's what put us on the yellow, and it is Austin Hill and Zane Smith, your front row, and we'll be back for the green flag in just a moment. We are back live here at Las Vegas, getting set for the restart. It will be 7 laps to go as we get set to go back racing here in stage number 2. We can tell you that 4 drivers have went behind the wall: Lassard, Ryum, Bone, and Kligerman. That would give us a total of about 28 trucks left on track. So, Austin Hill in the lead. Zane Smith is in second. Kyle Busch and the 18 of Christian Eckes will be on row number 2. So far, the inside line has gotten a pretty good jump. Well, what will we see here this time with Zane Smith on the outside, Austin Hill on the inside. We're back underway from Las Vegas. Once again, Moffitt's able to, Austin Hill is able to clear the 21 to Zane Smith, and now that will allow the 51 of Kyle Busch to go on the inside, and he will take second away from the 21 of Zane Smith. Now we're going to be 3 wide back here. Ben Rhodes on the inside of Brett Moffitt. And battlefieldy, here comes Kyle Busch on the inside, trying to take the lead away from the 16 of Austin Hill. And while he's doing that, he's going to end up losing his spot to the 23 of Brett Moffitt. We saw Moffitt fall back in the beginning of the first stage. He fell outside the top 5, and now here he is trying to get back up here inside the top 2. And the 99 of Ben Rhodes pushing the 51 of Kyle Busch. This is second, third, fourth, and fifth if you count the 52 of Stuart Friesen. Zane Smith, Sheldon Creed, Christian Eckes has certainly fell back. He's up back here around 8th place. Chastain and Johnny Sauter, your top 10. 5 laps to go in stage 2, and they're still battling back here for second. Kyle Busch on the inside, and looks like he will clear Brett Moffitt. And now what can Ben Rhodes do on the inside? Can he follow the 51 by the 23? Certainly seems like the outside is certainly a preferred line, especially down in turn number 1 and 2. I feel like the inside's a little bit more better in turn 3 and 4, but down here in turn 1 and 2, I feel like the outside can really prevail as Stuart Friesen right there. He just it's like the truck stops if you're on that inside, but Ben Rhodes does take third back away from Brett Moffitt. And now Eck is trying to work his way back up to the front in the 18 on the inside of Zane Smith. But it'll be 3 laps to go, and now it's Austin Hill trying to hold off the 51 of Kyle Busch to win stage 2. This would be another playoff point towards the 16. A playoff point that I'm sure Kyle Busch does not want to give to one of his drivers, like Eckes and Lassard, one of their opponents. Back here, Ty Majeski to Austin Wayne South. There's Anderson going by the 19 of Derek Kraus. This is outside the top 15. And a little bit of 3 wide back here. The 15 of Natalie Decker, the 11 of Spencer Davis, and the 8 of Joe Nemechek. Right now in last place on track is the 20 of Spencer Boyd. We saw him get some pretty good damage in the crash with Parker Kligerman. It was Boyd who lifted Kligerman's truck onto the 30 of Danny Bone as we're coming to the white flag here in stage number 2. And here we go. Kyle Busch to the inside for the lead in turn number 1. Can he complete the pass on the 16? Does not look like it. Hill drives away on the outside. Now the battle's on for second place between Busch and Moffitt, as Moffitt's been able to get back around the 99 of Ben Rhodes for third. But just like stage number 1, it'll be an all-dominating performance by Austin Hill. He will win stage number 2. Tonight in the Strat 250, second will be Kyle Busch, Brett Moffitt, Ben Rhodes, and Stuart Friesen in your top 5. Zane Smith, Christian Eckes, Sheldon Creed, Johnny Sauter, and Tyler Ankrum, your top 10. Even though we have one crash in stage number 2, it's still pretty clean, and we'll be back with a final stage from Las Vegas in a moment. All right, going back green here, this time by in the final stage in the Strat 250. It is Austin Hill on top. He's led all 22 laps so far. Can he lead the final 22 laps? Kyle Busch is in second, Brett Moffitt third, Ben Rhodes rounding out your top 5, Stuart Friesen, Zane Smith, Christian Eckes, Sheldon Creed, Johnny Sauter, and Tyler Ankrum, your top 10. In the closing laps here at Las Vegas. Getting set here for the restart. On top right now, Austin Hill. Can anybody knock him off? Green flag back in the air. 22 laps to go from Vegas. And already fading 3 wide. That was the 99 of Ben Rose going way wide in the trial. In that number 99, as Moffitt will go by and he will take second away from Kyle Busch, bringing Stuart Friesen alongside. Battle for the lead here. Entering turn number 3, Brett Moffitt on the inside, Austin Hill on the outside. Hill trying to carry the momentum up top, but it will be the 23 of Moffitt clearing and taking the lead away. As now Friesen goes to the inside, trying to take the lead in turn 1. As we're 3 wide behind, that's Zane Smith stuck in the middle. And unable to do anything on the inside was the 52 of Stuart Friesen. Zane Smith back here in the 21 on the outside of Christian Eckes. Sheldon Creed and Ben Rhodes on the outside going by. The outside is certainly doesn't seem like the preferred lane, even though Austin Hill lost the lead from the outside. He was on the outside of Brett Moffitt. Moffitt went on the inside, and he got the lead away. Christian Eckes, and now look at Ben Rhodes going by the 51 of Kyle Busch. We have not really seen the speed out of that 51, at least race-winning speed like we thought we would. He was up there battling for the win in stage number 1, but right now he is falling back in the 51 here in the closing laps at Las Vegas, as we're 3 wide outside the top 20. Tate Fogelman in the middle. That's Derek Kraus on the inside in the hole. Hard crash in turn 1. Tate Fogelman's out the track. He gets hit by the 12 of Gus Dean. Cody Rohrbaugh's involved. So is the 22 of Austin Wayne Self. And John Hunter also, the 87 of John Hunter Nemechek. So the caution will come out for the second time tonight, not including the stage breaks. That'll be Moffitt, Hill, Friesen, Smith, and Rhodes, your top 5. Well, there's the number 9 of Cody Rohrbaugh. His night is over. John Hunter and Gus Dean and Tate Fogelman, they were teleported to pit lane, and Tate, that 0-2, coming off a top 10 run in the truck race at Daytona 1 week ago, and here he is on pit lane, looking like he'll be going behind the wall here at Las Vegas. Let's take a look at a replay. Ironically, we were running along with these guys back here as they were 3 wide. Entering turn number 1, and right in the middle is the 0-2 of Tate Fogelman. But look on the inside. Cody Rohrbaugh is getting pushed by Derek Kraus, and look at the 9 just shoot up the track into Fogelman and John Hunter, and nowhere to go for Gus Dean and Austin Wayne Self. Nowhere to go at all for really anybody but Cody Rohrbaugh. And just not quite sure what happened to the 9, because it's like that 9 just shot up. If I can stop it. Let's take another look at it from full speed. See, Kraus is pushing Rohrbaugh, and you got to think maybe something broke on the number 9, because he just shot out the track. Unless he just got loose and had to just try to chase it up the track. We're going to go on board with the number 9 of Cody Rohrbaugh and see what he saw. It kind of sounded like he maybe had a tire going down or something, because it sounded like his speed certainly decreased. Let's go a little bit more of a on board for a chase view. Yeah, it sounds like something had it. So that sounds like a mechanical failure on the 9 of Cody Rohrbaugh. Unless it was maybe a flat tire or something, but that it's really nothing that Danny Bone did, or not Danny Bone. Derek Kraus did wrong. It sounded like a flat tire or possibly a transmission problem. Certainly a very weird crash involving the 9 of Cody Rohrbaugh. But up front, it would be Brett Moffitt holding serve in the lead. Your second leader of the night. Can he hold on? But to find out. So far, Brett Moffitt is picking up where he left off last week at Daytona in the lead, looking to go back-to-back wins to start out the 2020 NASCAR Truck Series campaign. But on his outside is the number 16 of Austin Hill. Row 2, Stuart Friesen in the 52, Zane Smith 21, rounding out top 5, Ben Rhodes in the 99. During the break, Austin Wayne Self, Cody Rohrbaugh, Tate Fogelman, and Gus Dean went to the garage. And we do want to point out that the 87 of John Hunter is on the lead lap as well, but he does have some severe damage on the 87. Look at Ben Rhodes in that 99 from 5th place to 2nd off turn number 2. And he once more, he's going for that lead in turn 3. And on the inside comes the 2 at Creed. On the inside, Ben Rhodes and Sheldon Creed, but it's the momentum up top. Carries Brett Moffitt by, and it'll be Moffitt and Friesen. 1st and 2nd at the line. 15 laps to go here at Las Vegas. Zane Smith now finally back up to the front of that 21 truck. And Austin Hill, he has lost a lot of spots here on the restart. He fell from 2nd to 6th. And now here comes the 51 of Kyle Busch on the inside. Behind them, Sheldon Creed, Grant Enfinger. We haven't really seen that whole lot of speed out of those ThorSport trucks, except for the 99 of Ben Rhodes, who was up here inside the top 5. Here he is trying to get third away from Zane Smith. And he will get around the 21, held from the 51 of Kyle Busch. Kyle Busch, one of the goers in the last run, fell from 2nd to 8th, and now we're seeing the same thing with Austin Hill, dropping back like a rock here on the restart. Look further back, Matt Crafton now on the inside of Ty Gilliland. There's Ty Majeski behind them in the 45. And now Majeski will complete the pass on Gilliland. And here comes Anderson trying to get inside the top 15. And Jordan Anderson had a top 15 run last week at Daytona. And now currently inside the top 15 yet again in that 3. Now he slides Majeski wide. And here comes Gilliland on the outside. Nice move by Ty Gilliland, trying to get around both of these guys, and he does. That will move Gilliland now up to 14th, Majeski down to 15th, and Anderson in 16th. And they've gotten the 11 of Spencer Davis a lot better. He's now up here in 17th. Joe Nemechek, Derek Kraus, and Corey Roper, your top 20. Natalie Decker, Tyler Hill, Spencer Boyd, and there's John Hunter right now in 24th place. 11 laps to go. Battle for second now. Ben Rhodes on the inside of Stuart Friesen. And look at the run that 21 has. Zane Smith looking like he was going to make a move down here in turn number 3. Looks like he's not close enough to make anything happen. Kyle Busch is now 5th. Austin Hill has now settled in the 6th. Sheldon Creed, Grant Enfinger, Christian Eckes, and Chastain. Eckes was up front in the first stage. After a couple of poor restarts, he's now drifted back here into 9th place. And then Ross Chastain will complete your top 10 at the moment in the 44. Brett Moffitt and Stuart Friesen were not necessarily teammates last year, but they were kind of teammates. They drove for different teams, but they were aligned with one another. But over the offseason, Halmar Friesen Racing switched over to Toyota. Kept crew chief Trip Bruce at the top of the pit box, but this is pretty much a brand new team, though. This is not the same team that they had that carried them to 2 wins in 2019. This is really a brand new team that they only had really about a month to really get prepared, and they're certainly getting off to a nice start. As they went to Toyota, they're aligning with Kyle Busch Motorsports, and they are having pretty nice start of the year for the 52 team. And look at these 3 guys, Moffitt, Friesen, and Rhodes. These are the 3 of the guys who got top 5 finishes at Daytona last week. It was Moffitt who got around Rhodes on the final lap. And then Zane Smith and Kyle Busch, your top 5. Austin Hill, Sheldon Creed, Grant Enfinger, Eckes, and Chastain. The first battle on track is nowhere to be found. They're all single file right now as we're going to be coming to 6 laps to go this time by. After 2 big crashes so far tonight, it's been a pretty clean race. A lot of single file action though. But Friesen, really the top 5 trucks are all nose to tail though. I mean, one little mistake by Austin Hill or Stuart Friesen, and that could be game over, race over, and a shot at a wing going by, going down the drain by one little mistake. As here comes the 52 looking the inside, but just can't make anything happen downstairs on the bottom. Problem is, if you make a move to the inside, it's the guy behind you that could take advantage of it. We're going to see it possibly right now with Ben Rhodes. Can Zane Smith take advantage of the 99? Look at the run the 21 gets on the 99, but can't make nothing happen as well. Coming off turn number 4, it will be 4 laps to go. Nobody in the Truck Series has ever won the first 2 races to kick off a year. Brett Moffitt looks to make history in the 23, but Friesen in second place trying to deny him. Brett Moffitt, this 23 team, this was the 24 team 1 year ago. Came over and changed numbers to 23, but here is the lap truck. 4 to go at the line. It'll be 3 to go this time by John Hunter Nemechek. Will he play a role in the finish of this race? About to go 1 lap down in the 87, but here comes Moffitt, and looks like he will pass him down the straightaway. A great break for Brett Moffitt. I have to believe Friesen was hoping that the 87 would probably try to hold up the 23 just a little bit for the 52 to make a run at him. It looks like Moffitt may have got them just a little bit here as we take 2 laps to go. Battle for second place now. Ben Rhodes on the inside. Here comes Friesen with the run on the outside in the 52. And Zane Smith may be able to get around the 99. Here comes Zane on the outside for 3rd place. Rhodes on the inside, Smith on the outside, and here comes the 51 of Kyle Busch. Coming off turn number 4, Zane Smith will complete the pass for 3rd. Behind Brett Moffitt and Stuart Friesen, the white flag is in the air. 1 lap to go. Brett Moffitt qualified on the outside of the front row, fell back in the first stage, but has methodically worked his way back up into the top 5 and then into the lead. Through the final set of corners, GMS Racing will go back-to-back with former champ Brett Moffitt. Moffitt will win at Las Vegas in the Strat 250 here from Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Brett Moffitt will go back-to-back wins to kick off 2020 in the NASCAR Gander RV and Outdoor Truck Series. What a performance out of the 23 of Brett Moffitt. And Stuart Friesen, who qualified outside the top 5. I believe he started outside the top 10, in fact. Ends up 2nd. Zane Smith, Ben Rhodes, and the 51 of Kyle Busch, your top 5. And with Austin Hill leading the first 2 stages, and with Brett Moffitt leading the final 22 laps, that means of the 44 laps, half of it was led by Austin Hill, half of it was led by Brett Moffitt. So as the trucks will now come down pit lane and get set for post-race inspection, let's take a look at the race results here from Las Vegas. Already went through the top 5. Austin Hill, tough break for Austin Hill. He looks like he had the dominant truck in the beginning, but fell back to 6. Sheldon Creed, Grant Enfinger, Christian Eckes, and Ross Chastain, your top 10. Back-to-back top 10s for that 44 truck. And running out the top dozen, the 13 of Johnny Sauter. Really a tough night for Thorsport. Just didn't, besides the 99, just really didn't have any speed. And then 13th on down, Matt Crafton. Another tough night for the 88. 17 of Todd Gilliland. 45 of Ty Majeski. And then running out the top 20 is Corey Roper. And John Hunter Nemechek ends up 24th, 1 lap down. Spencer Boyd was the last truck on the lead lap in 23rd. As you see, 25th place on down to 32nd. They were all trucks involved in those two big wrecks throughout the race. And now we will take a look at the chase grid after 2 races. Still a little bit too early to be talking about the playoffs, but again, it's really never too early. And you see, again, one name in yellow, Brett Moffitt. He is with, last week at Daytona, we thought more than likely he'll be in the playoffs. But now it is official. He will be in the postseason here for the Truck Series, competing for his second Truck Series championship. Everybody that is out here from Las Vegas, in a couple of weeks, the Truck Series will be back, as we'll be taking about a 2 to 3 week break for the Truck Series until they'll be coming back to the East Coast for the Atlanta Motor Speedway. I'll be here in a couple of weeks for race number 3 of the 2020 season for the NASCAR Gander RV and Outdoor Truck Series. But the activity here on this channel will not stop from Las Vegas, as we will be going Xfinity Series racing here tomorrow afternoon with the Boyd Gaming 300, race number 2 of the NASCAR Xfinity Series 2020 campaign. So we look forward to having you joining us here tomorrow afternoon. Congrats to Brett Moffitt on the win. He is the winner of the 2020 Strat 250 from Las Vegas. Good night, everyone.